Hello? 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 Oh, hello? 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 Hello me. എന്താരും കാണാനില്ല. വെറുതെ സമയം പോക്കാൻ. അയ്യോ. സൗണ്ട് സീനുണ്ടോ? സൗണ്ട് ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ. സൗണ്ട് ഈസ് ഓക്കെ. പരിപാടിയാണോ? നേരെ അങ്ങനെ ജംഗ്ഷൻ ഇൻഫിനിറ്റി വാർ ഒരുവിധം എല്ലാവരും ഉണ്ട് പോലെ.
Journeying through the desert is a... Journeying through the desert.
Okay, the materials are ready. We can proceed. Alhaitham, how are you getting along?
Most of the information in Aru is written in ancient desert scripts. Some of this is written in a tribal language, while other parts seem to be a variant of an Oasis script, based on the glyph form.
Oh. Not lost to history, I hope.
Some are. All we can do is infer the meaning based on the rules of related languages. Although, this section actually fills in some of the missing historical record. I'm transcribing it so we can bring it back to the academia.
After Aru started up, 2 more lines of text appeared here. Can you read them?
Humans may not read what is written by the gods, except by not reading. Victory should not be easy to attain, for it symbolizes divine wisdom. Knowledge must not waver, for it has external borders.
Is this a clue to solving a puzzle? Or is it you can't read it unless you don't read it? Victory is wisdom. Knowledge is confined by borders. Wait, I think I've got it. It's a metaphor, isn't it? It's talking about...
A chessboard.
You were right. The youth of today are skilled at solving riddles.
Have the secrets buried in the desert not been unearthed over the years all the same? Since Aru is a place reachable through wisdom, this day was bound to come sooner or later.
I've always been against overly cryptic sentences. Don't you get tired of reading and writing all that?
Ah, it's you three. Just in time. We've been delving deep into Aru, and now this board has appeared.
I've heard this was how you'd while away your free hours. You must be quite the experts by now in that case.
It is true. King Deshret's chess games are some of the most well-loved of all his wonderful creations. If you have ever been to Safhe Shatranj, you may well be familiar with the chess pieces you see here.
Is this chessboard supposed to be another visualization of the interior of Aru, then?
Naturally. Visitors, everything is...
1 second. It's not dangerous, is
Naturally.
it?
Dangerous? Why, yes, of course.
I should be the one to go, then. Wait for me here.
Sounds like the self-confidence of our present company has rubbed off on you.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm your upperclassman, and that means I have to look out for you.
I appreciate the sentiment, but a game of chess typically requires 2 players. Besides, I'm sure they won't let things get out of hand. Keeping things relatively safe is in your best interest too, isn't it?
Fair enough. I mean, you guys are controlling the difficulty, so please don't go too hard on us, all right?
Ah, but Bennu said he wanted to put some respect into these whippersnappers.
Thank you. Obviously, we'll still try to be careful. This doesn't seem like ordinary chess. Is the goal to defeat the opponent?
No, you must enter the board and pass the trials we have placed there.
Ready?
Let's do it.
ഇതെന്ത് കഷ്ടാണ് എനിക്ക് ഇതിലൊന്നും താല്പര്യമില്ല. Where is the story,
The
bro?
first trial is posed by me.
I don't think this is gonna stop us.
Ah, but the key to this game lies in working together. Otherwise, you will be deemed to have broken the rules.
Looks like it's up to me. Marak, can you open it?
King Deshret's favorite primal construct. Living on in suitcase form, of all things. Amusing.
Oh, excellent work.
Strange time to catch up on sleep.
I'm not sleeping, I'm thinking. It's not that simple, you know.
Strange time to catch.
The first trial is posed by me.
I don't think this is gonna stop us.
But the key to this game lies in working together. Otherwise, you will be deemed to have broken the rules.
Looks like it's up to me. Marak, can you open it?
King Deshret's favorite primal construct, living on in suitcase form of all things. Amusing.
Oh, excellent work.
ഇതെങ്ങനെയാ എന്താ ഇത് സംഭവം? What the?
The first trial is posed by me.
I don't think this is gonna stop us.
But the key to this game lies in working together. Otherwise, you will be deemed to have broken the rules.
Looks like it's up to me. Marak, can you open it?
King Deshret's favorite primal construct, living on in suitcase form of all things. Amusing.
Oh, excellent work.
Strange time to catch up on sleep.
I'm not sleeping, I'm thinking. It's not that simple, you know.
Now is the time for my trial. Now, don't be nervous. I'll make it nice and easy for you.
Really?
Thanks in advance.
Eh?
We appreciate it.
Ah.
Strange time to catch up on sleep.
I'm not sleeping, I'm thinking. It's not that simple, you know.
Ibis King, don't you think this all rather inappropriate? You may as well be handing them victory on a silver platter. Do not expect me to follow your lead.
Ha! Suit yourself.
Ibis King, don't you think this all rather inappropriate? You may as well be handing them victory on a silver platter. Do not expect me to follow your lead.
Ha! Suit yourself.
Done.
Finally, it's over. But seriously, that was incredible! Standing on the chessboard felt completely different from standing on solid ground. And also... Oh, sorry. I'll save my thoughts for later. Thanks to the three of you for helping us out with this. Is it just me, or were you giving us quite a lot of guidance along the way?
We made but a humble contribution.
You lived up to our expectations. Bravo! Our aid was not given for naught.
In addition to the existing functions, I'd like to ask you for another favor. Since Aru's interference shield can cover the entirety of the mausoleum, it should be possible to extend its range even further. Perhaps you can find a way.
So, building upon the existing functions to... Ah, I'm with you!
Imagine for a moment. What would the ideal outcome look like if this function were compatible with the devices?
I agree. This is the best solution possible. Please, everyone, we beg you to help us.
Me, oh my. Well, since you ask so very nicely, I suppose... Goti? Croco? What do you say?
Naturally.
Time to go! Let's go find Nahida! There you are. Miss Nicole truly is an angel. She shows great wisdom in guiding others, and she has already sent word to Natlan on our behalf. She said that while the other members of the Hexen Circle are busy with important work, she is quite free, and she is more than willing to accompany the people of Sumeru for the entire journey. Oh, yes, Nicole, all right. Always super patient and loves to help ever. She is. So kind. Well, time for us to get going.
This should be one of the closest places to Natlan in all of Sumeru. There's the barrier Nicole and Nefer mentioned. It completely cuts this nation off from the others. But why? Why separate you from the rest of the world now, specifically? And if I'm not mistaken, Irminsul was polluted once before, wasn't it?
Question. I'm wondering the same thing myself.
That voice. Mawika! You got here pretty quickly.
Hello, traveler. It's been a while.
Hello there.
Hello, Dendro Archon.
Malika, I apologize for asking you to meet at the border on such short notice. I also apologize for not being able to greet you in person. The form in which you see me now is one carried by the Traveler. The real me is inside the mausoleum of King Deshret, and I am reaching out to you with my mind from here. Irminsul has been infiltrated by the Doctor. We must be on our guard, as he can spy on information in the world from within the tree. Fortunately, there is no record of the Traveler in Irminsul, and you are still within Natlan's borders.
My records will be preserved in the Night Kingdom, rather than the ley lines. As long as the Night Kingdom remains disconnected from the ley line cycle, the Doctor has no way of knowing my movements.
Exactly.
So by meeting each other in this way, the meeting essentially never happened. No wonder Paimon didn't come. You were concerned that her activity would be recorded by Irminsul. The Natlanese have heard about the situation in Sumeru. With the borders sealed off, merchants have been forced to stop their shipments. It's pretty serious, and you're the ones bearing the brunt of it.
I'd like to address the question you raised at the beginning. I can offer a brief explanation, although it will sound rather cruel. I don't reach this conclusion gladly, but Irminsul predates the heavenly principles. It existed long ago, when the dragons of Natlan were at the height of their power. So even when the people of Sumeru became ill because of pollution, it was not a critical issue from the perspective of Irminsul itself. As long as it continues to function normally, the barrier will not be activated. But this time, the Doctor's invasion has directly affected the tree. That is what caused the barrier to deploy. The heavenly principles established a rule that when Irminsul is plunged into grave danger, a portion of power will be reserved to isolate Sumeru. That way, even if Sumeru is destroyed, the outside world...
We'd certainly need it.
The heavenly principles created almost everything that exists in Teyvat today. To them, preserving the existence of the world and its inhabitants takes priority over protecting Sumeru.
Meaning, protecting Sumeru now falls to you.
Yes. My own power may be limited, especially compared to yours. But that doesn't mean that we're just gonna sit around and wait for the end. If necessary, I will utilize any and every means at my disposal.
Nicole of the Hexen Circle didn't say exactly what this meeting was about, but after hearing everything you've said so far, I think I can guess where this is going.
That's right. Nahida and I discussed it at length. We both know how presumptuous this is, but...
You need the pyronosis, don't you?
Yes, you guessed correctly. Originally, I only intended to borrow it, but the situation is far graver than I foresaw. So instead, what I ask of you is to please give the pyronosis to Sumeru.
Why do you sound so nervous? There's no need.
Surely a gnosis is pretty important to a
I guess, but it's not as if losing it would suddenly render us powerless. But I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that. With all the nations you've traveled to, and all the gods you've met, you must have realized that by now. As far as I'm concerned, a gnosis is basically an elemental energy enhancer. But I don't usually use it. You know me. I like to think I'm pretty strong without it.
Yeah, not about to dispute that.
So you see, you don't need to sweat it. Here, take the pyronosis.
Huh? Just like that?
Uh-huh, just like that. To tell the truth, I've always toyed with the idea of giving it to someone who needs it more than I do. I know you accompanied Nahida here to try and increase the chance of success. It's a good thing you did, because your involvement is one of the main reasons you've managed to persuade me.
Are you sure about this? Handing over your gnosis just because of me?
I won't try to quantify it, but trust me. Handing over the gnosis to Tumaini is far from the craziest idea I could think of. Besides, even if you hadn't come here personally, I think I still would have agreed to Nahida's request. Irminsul doesn't just affect Sumeru. It impacts all of Teyvat. I know all too well how difficult it can be to protect the things you care about. So logically, morally, or however you want to cut it, helping you is the right thing to do. You don't need to tell me the specifics of your plan. Where the gnosis is involved, the tighter the secrecy, the higher your chances of success.
Malika, my heartfelt thanks go to you and the people of Naplan.
Don't mention it. But now for the hard part. How do I actually give it to you? The Irminsul barrier is right in the way.
I have an idea.
Just as I thought.
Incredible.
Just made a lucky guess. This seems to happen quite a lot. Things that apply to everyone else don't seem to apply to me. I figured the same might be true here.
Irminsul usually produces effects based on the records it holds. Since the Traveler is a descender, Irminsul contains no records of him, and thus has no way to impede him.
Is that right? You really are full of surprises. Catch.
Whoa! Thank you, Mawika. Thank you.
All right. No need to get so formal. It's not like we're strangers. Besides, there's still one problem. You might be able to pass through the barrier, but I don't know about the gnosis. Any other surprises for us?
I have the pyronosis in my hand. It feels strangely ordinary. Not particularly heavy, and yet this tiny thing symbolizes the mighty authority. I need to think hard about my memories of Pyro. My memories of journeying through...
The gnosis disappeared.
I'm fine. The pyronosis disappeared into my body. Just like... float...
Maybe it resonates with you because you've mastered the power of phlogiston. You might not be recorded in the ley lines, but you're still our Tumaini.
Please allow me to express my gratitude once again, Malika.
Pleasure. Well, I've given you all the help I can. The rest is up to you. Good luck.
We won't let you down.
Yeah, we aren't about to lose.
a teeny tiny bit. Seems like she's gotten way braver over the last few years, huh? Of course. After all the adventures you've had with the Traveler, I'm sure you've gained a lot of experience and grown as a person.
I'm doing alright. What about you, Nahida?
With the negative effects of Irminsul, I'm a bit like a piece of fruit that's been burrowed into by hungry insects and left to rot. I'd be lying if I said it was nothing. But please don't worry. We all know what we're getting into, and we've prepared as well as we can. I believe in everyone. I believe in you. Stoking the fire inside oneself is certainly one way to live, but knowing when to rely on one's companions is... I've been quietly learning.
Me too. With a...
I think there's someone else here who would share that sentiment.
Don't worry about what I think. I was just passing by and happened to...
What are you talking about, hat guy? This is the...
Says who? You can fly just like I can. I would have thought it makes sense to you of all people.
I don't know why, but I feel a little more relaxed now.
It shows that you feel comfortable laying down your burdens in our presence. It means that Sumeru is a place you can trust, where you know we have your back. And we feel exactly the same way around you. That's what it means to be friends.
It's finally done. Ugh, but I have a nagging feeling that there's something I've forgotten. Oh, there you are. Okay, fair enough. That was a point.
You must really be exhausted.
Well, it's been a busy...
When work ends, you...
Yeah, we're definitely due a break. Probably... Here, this one's for you.
Thanks.
You want a bite to eat? I can grab us something. Or wait, I think there's a stove nearby. Let me...
Are you nervous?
A little, yeah.
Because everything that happens next is beyond my individual control. I don't worry about...
What do you mean, cannot influence? You're the one who came up with half of the strategies we ended up using.
There's only so much I can do. I was only doing my duty.
Was it like this last?
You mean with Azar and his accomplices? Yes and no. The situation back then was easier to control, but we weren't as prepared as we are this time.
So the enemy is stronger, but so are we. I still vividly remember the way you interrogated me in the library after the fact. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
If your memory is so vivid, you might also recall that it was you who came looking for an argument. You're often the one who initiates these things, you know.
I came for a conversation. I didn't know it was gonna turn into an argument. Anyway, at least I showed up this time. So, what do you think?
What do I think? I think we're certainly better off for it.
It's good having me around to help out, huh?
Absolutely. As a citizen of Sumeru, you displayed a
Certainly feels that way. So, the sky is so clear. And there isn't a whiff of decay or destruction in the air. It's hard to imagine that the fall of humanity could happen on an ordinary day like this.
Awful things happen all the time. Sometimes people can stop them, and sometimes they can't. What you and I have done is increase our chances of stopping this one.
Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can. Oh, nothing. I hope everything...
It will. As long as we stick to the...
It's really strange. You're my junior, yet you always seem to act more like an upperclassman than I do.
I think it's mostly a matter of temperament.
Ugh. Walked right into that one, didn't I? We'll make our move after
Good.
as much as possible.
That'll be enough. Don't let the pressure get...
Master Tainari! Mr. Sino! So I brought some juice and some water.
I know how easily you get dehydrated in the desert.
I gotta ask, though. Who's on juice-making duty at a time like...
Madame Farazan.
A juicer? Did sucrose?
Yeah,
The juice is very sweet.
I think so.
Kale, how are you feeling?
Physically, I'm okay. It just still feels strange to me.
I know the feeling well.
At least now.
All the more reason.
Those two things...
What are we all chatting about? Would anyone like any juice? I had some earlier, ma'am. Very well, very well.
There's this enormous power, and then there's little...
Yeah.
Kale, just because we normally keep the conversation, I don't think it's childish.
My professor once... Your rage and your pain.
Thanks. Miss Nicole said that. The same god remains which were once used to inflict so much pain upon me have now become a weapon with which I can protect everyone. It's like my own personal... Every innocent person who's been hurt needs time to realize that it wasn't their fault, but it's all about to be over. Tomorrow, it ends for good.
I don't know if you've noticed, but you rarely stumble over your words anymore, and your outlook has become much more positive. It's a big change from...
And since this isn't over, you can settle the matter on your own terms.
Yeah. Sumiro is my home.
And once you're done,
Stop it with the sales pitch, would you?
Hey, excuse me. There are still 3 unclaimed cups of juice here. Why don't you take one each? Madame Farazan, why are you...
Thank you, Madame
Drink up and enjoy my handiwork. I think... Please, try to relax, Madame Farazan. I know. Time to go! Let's meet the others at the mausoleum of King Deshret.
I have not felt this way in a long time. Standing up high, gazing out at the rolling dunes. One cannot know what freedom truly means without...
The golden slumber truly lives up to its name as a dreamland. Though desert sands exist there too, no mirage, no matter how glorious, can compare to true beauty.
Dendro Archon, what is on your mind?
I was wondering... whose counsel I should seek on the questions in my heart.
What kind of questions?
So many. More than can be put into words. As I once said to a friend, we look, we see, and we comprehend. But the question still troubles us. What are the many disasters that this world faces, but the sum of all irresolvable questions?
The biggest question you should be asking is how to seize victory.
Yes. Although, I would express it differently. I must not fail. And so the question I am most curious about now is whether the path to victory will be an arduous one.
What we declare to be a young sapling, we may, in fact, find to be a towering tree, if we would only cast aside our ignorance and look beyond the veil of time to see her true form.
Nahida! We're here! Just in time. My preparations are almost complete.
Ready when you are.
We're here too. Miss Nicole! Miss Nicole! You run so fast! I thought I'd get a lot of exercise as a forest ranger, but I can barely keep up with you.
Sorry, I got a little carried away.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, the equipment is ready, and the modifications to Aru are all complete. As discussed during our meeting...
accessing Irminsul via the Akasha is no longer feasible at this stage. There are other options, it's just... they're a little more extreme and more technologically demanding to implement. Maybe you should take it from here.
The architecture and functionality of the Akasha terminals overlap considerably with Aru. There is reasonable evidence to suggest that one was developed based on the other, or that they both utilize technology of the same origin. As long as the transplant and merge operation succeeds, Aru should theoretically work on a scale greater than the Akasha and approximately equal to Irminsul. It will become the largest active computing device in all of Teyvat. A system this powerful is capable of a lot of different things. In the past, the Akasha was primarily used for one-way information transmission, but I suspect it could also serve as a central bridging hub. In the pursuit of greater knowledge, some scholars have attempted to connect their consciousness to Irminsul through the use of terminals, incense, and meditation.
Correct. In academic language, scholars who reach that stage are said to have entered Satyavada life. Hypatia has performed this practice many times in the past, and she was once under my care for a period of time.
Right. And this at least proves that there is a zone within Irminsul that can be connected to.
That's right. Providing wisdom to the people is one of the very reasons for Irminsul's existence. I think I understand where you're going. Please, continue.
In that case, I'll skip to the conclusion then. We need to further modify Aru, merge it with the Akasha, manufacture terminals, and distribute them to every single person we can reach.
Every person? Even the desert folk?
Yes, everyone.
I've already calculated the amount of raw materials we need.
So you mean we're going to get new Akasha terminals?
Yes, but this time the people of Sumeru won't be using them to acquire knowledge, just to connect to Irminsul. That's the key.
When we evacuated the city, we brought all the important assets from the House of Dana, in case we ended up needing them. Fortunately, this included the Akasha system's main terminal. We've checked all the relevant records, and one thing is certain. Nothing like this has ever been done on this scale before, so...
Everyone in Sumeru is part of the plan. Whoever controls the people controls the situation.
Since this function of Irminsul was introduced, it has only ever been made available to scholars, who don't constitute a particularly large group of people. But by expanding the scale to include all the people of Sumeru, all the individual connections will stack up to create a significant load on the system. Under normal circumstances, Irminsul would be able to cope with the additional load. But with it already being under strain from other activities, its remaining capacity is limited. Thus, it might be possible to shut it down completely by overloading it. Counting down. 3, 2, 1.
Are you ready?
Ready! People sought knowledge, they turned to the Tree of Wisdom. nurtured learning must not become tools for destroying the world.
Stop. Please stop. End this transformation.
You would shut down Irminsul just to stop me? You fools. I have all the time in the world.
Success! The evil Irminsul tree has stopped growing!
Great!
What a display of true courage! The courage to think and the courage to act! I never thought I would witness the shutdown of Irminsul with my own eyes. Perhaps this is human wisdom in action?
Indeed, only humans could do such a thing.
What was once created for spreading knowledge is now used for another purpose.
I am grateful to you three for your help. Only thanks to you we're weak now. Nobody who wears a terminal will have their activity accurately tracked by Irminsul. No matter how many eyes Dotori possesses, he will not be able to see us clearly. Now for the next step. I will need the help of your supreme powers once again.
How might we be of service? Look,
I need to reach the Eternal Oasis immediately. Right now?
in that case, Ibis King, would you agree that this is a fine opportunity to dust off our old tricks?
Never. I assume you have that chess set with you?
You mean the one you gave to me as a gift?
How could I? You misjudge me. I just wanted to show you another way you can use it. Connect to Safei Shatranj.
Safei Shatranj? You mean that place in the desert?
Thoth's chess set gains its power from the chessboard laid out in the desert by King Deshret and ourselves. All ceremonies conducted using the chess set must be activated via Safei Shatranj. In other words, the chess set is an extension of the chessboard. In the past, Moving a chess piece was a sacred and momentous act.
Transfer initiated.
We haven't heard a single word from our spy in the desert. I'm afraid he might have been captured.
Never mind.
But we spent years turning him. And a lot.
Nothing comes for free in this world, but the loss is not without its purpose. For a small price, we have wasted a precious amount of the limited time they have. Quite a bargain, if you ask me.
Understood.
Weighing profit against loss is a necessary part of life. But to tell the truth, I have been operating at a loss since this all began. Since many centuries ago, in fact. For instance, why would a banker act as the executor of a will? If you hadn't deposited your personal belongings at Northland Bank, I would have no reason to be here right now. Dottore, I've placed your final data backup into the ley lines as per our contract. I trust we are now square for the safe deposit fees you paid.
Is it not a little petty to split hairs like this, given our amicable relationship?
I consider sound bookkeeping a matter of principle.
Do not forget that you only live to see this day thanks to me. In fact, every day of your life since you met me, you've been living on borrowed time.
Why, that's hardly a fair assessment. I will concede that my survival was perhaps at your whim, but I became a harbinger on my own merits. Managing money is not like other professions. Mine is not a role I could have acquired based on your recommendation alone, and certainly not one I could have lasted so long in without genuine ability.
The information stored in the ley lines is quite comprehensive. Rest assured, I have not forgotten how strong your pride is. Well, I presume you have no sense of fragmentation while talking with me.
How could anything possibly go wrong with such strict measures in place? The remainder of your soul was split in two, with one half sent to Nodcry and the other stored in the most secure vault of the Northland Bank. Though I must say, your disdain for the other segments is quite amusing. Zandik is you, and you are Zandik. Zandik created the segments, yet you, a segment yourself, reject him.
That is, Zandik, created segments of various ages in his later years. To achieve this, he had to freeze time and part with a portion of his soul. But as constructive as it sounds, it erases my uniqueness. If each segment is equally me, then by the same token, none of them are truly me. A soul living forever in the past inevitably holds different views than he did in his later years. The same thing that completes me also restricts me. You too might ask yourself which stage of your life you want to be preserved at. The day your business failed? Or the day you were framed by a gang and sold off to a medical lab as a test subject?
We needn't dredge up the past.
This undesirable plan was eventually scrapped. Lesser Lord Kusanali was quite right. I needed an opportunity to eliminate myself. And after that, I concluded that there was no more effective plan then directly splitting the soul. Once the soul is transferred out, you will find that creating a physical body is far simpler than creating a...
The other half of your soul suffered a crushing defeat in Outcry, you know.
And yet in the process, I obtained the information I always wanted, did I not? Because now we finally know where the best testing ground truly lies.
I once thought your ultimate goal was to ascend to godhood. But as it turns out, that was merely one of your experiments.
Experiments take many forms. Most people are too eager for success, too fixated on the end goal. They forget that the experimental process itself is just as important. A suspiciously vacant seat, a new face. I trust you can put two and two together. The reason it doesn't exist is because someone tampered with the record.
What can I say? After all your efforts, you really did uncover the world's secrets. So, is the new world you promised a lie?
No, it never was. I am glad to be able to control Irmin's soul from within. Now I shall attempt to create a new world inside the existing one. Almost everyone faces the prospect of death, but not a single person has ever been able to experiment unrestrained in the afterlife through sheer force of will. I am the only one to have overcome this enormous challenge. Would I not be letting the world down if I didn't make the most of the opportunity to experiment?
Clearly, the dividing of your soul did not affect the magnitude of your ego. Out of all the versions of you that have ever existed, this you is the most insane and the most radical.
Is that why you chose to work with me? Which was it then? My insanity? Or my radicalism?
Could I call myself a venture capitalist without a suitably ambitious plan to invest in? Yours happened to fit the bill quite perfectly.
Well then, I must say, while I am surprised enough that you showed up at all, what surprises me more is that you chose to present yourself as my former subordinate, and not as the banker Pantalone.
Why make things harder than they need to be? Exposing my true identity in a situation like this would only serve to destroy diplomatic relations between Snezhnaya and Sumeru. I daren't imagine the consequences. Showing up in the name of the original antagonist gives you the recognition you rightly deserve, while also being sensitive to Snezhnaya's predicament. It was an easy win. As for why I'm here, if you're suggesting that your credit is in the negative, I won't argue with that. Many people say that about you.
I'd argue that a significant factor in your willingness to cooperate is the fact that you have but a few years of life left after my death. Living and dying together has a way of binding two parties together rather closely. Is it not true that a relationship should be judged by both the positive and negative returns it yields?
So some of what I said actually made it into your head after all. It's true that I hope you don't die too soon, but don't you find that a strange thing for me to say? After all, you've already had quite a long life, especially for a human being.
Let's not pretend that you're any more innocent than I am. Are we not the same in this regard? We both despise the existing laws of this world, and neither of us enjoy being under anyone else's control.
Is it really so greedy to want the world to operate by a new set of rules?
Of course not, my dear friend. And as I've said before, mutual interest is the foundation for the most reliable of relationships.
I just hope there never comes a day when I have to work too hard to prove that.
Regrader, sir. People have been spotted approaching Sumeru City.
How strange. Despite your access to Irminsol's data, it appears the soldiers noticed before you did. They must have found a workaround. Well, Dottore, I trust you know what this means.
They're coming. They'll breach the city gates any moment now.
But even so, I would say Irminsol is a wonderfully convenient thing on the whole. If you do manage to create a new world, perhaps you could plant one outside my office, too.
I'll consider it.
What do you need me to do? Stall them?
The experiment will take time. Stall them for as long as possible.
Very well. But you're really asking for the moon here. Have you heard this story? There was once a guilty man, kneeling in the center of a church while an angry mob outside waited to bring him to justice. He pleaded with the gods, begging them to grant him one final request: the chance to finish confessing his sins before he was sentenced. Many suns and moons passed, seasons changed, and still his confession continued, as if he intended to speak until the end of time.
Are you suggesting I worship you as a god? Or were you hoping that I might confess my sins to you?
Certainly not the latter. That would make my life miserable indeed.
For someone who despises them so, you never seem to have any objections to me creating or becoming one. At first, I thought you'd be furious.
Concerned I would terminate our partnership, were you?
Not at all. You had reasons why our partnership must continue.
Don't you find people's attitudes toward gods amusing? A god descends from the heavens and people worship it unreservedly, blindly following whatever rules are given to them. And yet, when they see an ordinary person gain godlike levels of power by virtue of their own hard work, they treat him with nothing but suspicion, even if he is a compatriot.
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
No. I was just thinking. I pity the man who would call you a compatriot.
There's no need to be so self-critical. I know it's a little late in the day to be asking this, but how have you been keeping?
I'm flattered that you would take the time out of your busy schedule to consider my well-being. The part of your soul that went to Nodcry caused quite a stir, sending our organization back to the drawing board on numerous fronts. It was quite a headache for everyone involved.
Dear me, I must have caused you no end of trouble.
You certainly did. I had the rare honor of being summoned before the Tsaritsa with Puccinella to answer for myself. A terrifying ordeal. Don't worry, I pulled through. At most, it's a public relations nightmare. I made sure of that.
Now I'm curious. How did you explain yourself?
Oh, it was quite simple. I just pinned the blame on someone who wasn't there to defend himself. I could hardly be expected to defy the demands of someone as insistent as the Second Harbinger, now could I?
How you slander me. You know full well that I am perfectly amenable to reason. There's no question that you are partly to blame for the ruin of my reputation over the years. Do you have anything lined up for when this is all over?
Hard to say. Field work always takes quite a toll on me, as you know. Once I'm back at Snezhnaya, I'll start with a well-earned cigarette.
Why are you so eager to ruin your lungs after I went to the trouble of replacing them for you?
If you have an issue with it, feel free to try to stop me. What's on your mind?
The limits of... It's a pity. Despite running countless calculations, I find there is simply no way to reduce any further the amount of one's soul required to sustain...
It's rare to hear you admit to being unable to achieve something.
I beg to differ. For instance, as I've told you before, the original me was prone to motion sickness and couldn't make long train rides.
Ah, yes, of course. One of the reasons you often sent yourself out on errands. What are you thinking about now?
A new experiment. In the event that my soul was depleted, say we extracted my data from someone else's memories, yours for instance, and then combined it with your intact soul as the base material.
Such a scenario would be impossible.
Oh?
As long as your current soul survives, there will be no need to create a new individual. Don't forget, you were the one who approved of the present situation wherein only one Dottore remains. And if you ceased to exist, who would be capable of performing this experiment?
Since the day I met you, you've always excelled at talking your way out of a quandary.
Isn't it a little too early to be saying goodbye? Not that I wish to keep you from your business, of course. Very well. Let's leave the conversation there for now.
The power of King Deshret's 7 pillars is truly remarkable. With just a chessboard...
Yeah, sets us up for a much easier fight. Really makes my day. The last time we stormed the city...
I wonder how many people can say they stormed a city twice in their lifetime.
I was just thinking that. I've definitely had more than my fair share of unusual experiences.
This is my first time here, actually. We never usually leave Gandharvaville.
I hope this will be my...
Does everyone have to chime in?
What an amusing comment, my dear lady. Yet humans often alleviate tension via small talk, do they?
Oh! Why is Candy...
Because the image on her shield is one of me. And I, of course, can appear wherever I wish to.
Huh. Well, la-dee-da. Isn't that fancy? Could I get in on this?
You wish for your gauntlet to speak? Why,
I think you'll find that it is I whose image is carved hereupon.
Thanks. Definitely feel stronger now.
You're welcome, my lady. I am glad to lend you my power.
Sino, what's the situation?
There are troops stationed at every entrance, as we expected. A frontal... Everyone, stick to the plan. We'll take the main entrance. You head for the House of Dana's side door. Move out.
Out of my way! Take this! Watch out! Get lost! Thank you, Jed.
You gotta be more careful. If you're not ready to put your life on the line, you can't be certain of defeating your opponent.
She's right. Keep your wits about you, Rana.
Your sins weigh upon your soul. Your penance is due. Guilty.
Flee! We shall prevail! Look alive!
Take them out and secure the harbor. Reinforcements will arrive by water.
Consider it done. Show no mercy. Let's get it on!
Through me, justice is served. You stand condemned. No escape. Nowhere to run.
Flee! Hear my prayer! Look alive! Gloves off! You ain't messing her Wakula! Do your worst!
Surrender. Your sins weigh upon your soul. Your penance is due. You stand condemned. Your penance is due. Waterway secure.
Brothers! Sisters!
Perfect. Just in time.
Welcome. Once we've linked up,
The team has arrived at the north entrance, as planned.
Good.
Yield! Look alive!
Surrender!
You asked for it.
Through me, justice is served. Stay condemned. Your penance is due.
Do your work! Grant us your blessing! Buckle up!
Nowhere to run.
Look out! It's an ambush!
Finally. We need to hurry. Take the middle road now.
Mahamatra Sino, area...
Don't relax just yet. More Fatui approaching from the right.
Irminsul cannot track our movements. If necessary, we can split up.
Don't worry. We'll wipe them all out.
As you can see, our people came raring to go.
Good, good.
How are things with the Traveler?
Don't underestimate Tainari just because he's a forest watcher.
All right. You know that's not what I mean.
Sino and the reinforcements have drawn the Fatuis by using a cluster leaf of cultivation. We can pass through certain terrain silently.
Good luck with that. We'll just fly up there.
Huh? Oh, yeah. I forgot you could fly.
Ready? Ready.
One with the force. Enshroud! Unsightly insects!
Fatui soldiers up ahead.
Careful.
Prepare for battle.
Hey! There's people over there.
You have some nerve showing your faces here in the center of Sumeru.
You're right on schedule.
Well, this guy sure as heck isn't your average Fatui sergeant.
They've stationed quite a few people nearby. It definitely looks like they were waiting. Everything about this guy feels too deliberate. I highly doubt he's just a subordinate of Dottores. And he's no mere sergeant. Whatever his rank is, it's high. Much high. So you've been waiting for us. But it looks like you're geared up for a conversation.
Very clever, General Mahamatra Sino. I know you're the one in charge of this siege, and I look forward to making a deal with you.
A siege?
Sumeru City belongs to us.
Historically, yes. But things can always change. We have quite a sizable force with us, you know.
There's a Fatui ambush at the north gate.
Can you handle him?
We can for now.
Yes, I'm quite sure both sides can hold their ground for the time being. The battle has not yet reached its climax. But what happens next? Do you enjoy watching bloodshed? Surely some of those here are people you count as friends. Once a war begins, some people must die. I doubt you wish that fate upon anyone you know.
Wait a second. It's a trick. He's not even there. Silence.
He disappeared. What was that? A ghost?
Curses. He was never there to begin with. That was just a shadow projected there to lure us in.
Enough talk.
I apologize for being unable to accompany you at this crucial moment, but I am compelled to leave for reasons beyond my control. Please, Sumeru's General Mahamatra is quite ruthless. It's a good thing I wasn't there in person.
Your illusion held them up for a time just fine. But now that they have seen through it, they will realize you were just a decoy.
Decoy or not, what matters now is that they will be heading your way imminently.
Not imminently. They are already here.
Swarm Fury! Too slow.
This is far enough. Tainari, you...
Are you sure you don't need me to...
No need. Once the connection is established, we'll...
All right. Goodbye.
Now where's the interface Nahida mentioned? Come on! Where's it hiding?
Found it. We can connect to the inside of Ermin. You should be pretty familiar with the...
Is it the same route as last time?
For the most part.
Then I should be fine.
And Paimon? One...
Wait! The stakes are way higher this time, right? Maybe Paimon should stay outside. Huh? Why are you staring at me like...
It's nothing.
Hey, you've grown quite a lot.
Well, anyway, Paimon thinks...
If we say Alhaitham's not a weirdo, it's hard to explain how he came up with the idea of you applying to the academia. But for all that he counts...
She just goes to show how...
That's fair. I have learned a lot in Sumeru. Oh yeah. Did you ever come up with that ugly nickname you promised me?
What? No way! We're friends now! Paimon gave up on giving you one ages ago. Anyway, isn't Hat Guy enough of a nickname for you?
Fine. Suit yourself.
We need to go. Paimon, if you're staying, look after yourself.
Will do. Paimon's gonna link up with Tainari and Sino. You guys are the ones who need to be careful.
We will be. Bye for now.
Initiating connection. Well, here we are again. Come to think of it, I still don't even know where we're going.
Thanks to our terminals, it should be impossible for Irminsul to read. I can...
Don't tell me. Only you need to know. That way, whatever happens to me next, it won't affect your progress.
Listen to me. Your safety is just as important as mine. Don't even think about sacrificing yourself for the greater good. We came here together, and we're leaving together.
All right, if you insist. I won't argue with you.
This place looks so different from how I remember. It's unrecognizable. It's a complete mess. Like someone's turned the place upside down.
Must be Dottore doing. Either he's searching for some information he needs, or...
It's still changing.
He has to know we've entered Irminsul. But luckily for us, he can't pinpoint our location. Be on your guard. Don't let him find us. The red parts have probably been corrupted by Dottore's power. Don't touch them, or you might alert him. He's looking for us. Tread carefully. That wall could be a problem. Fortunately, it looks breakable. Give it a shot. The wind rises. Behold! The wind rises. The same old trick again? Are you kidding me? Let's handle it just like we did before. This cheap trick isn't gonna stop us. Oh no, it's a trap. Is that why he was using the same trick over and over again? To get us to lower our guard?
I'm trapped!
Why won't this thing budge?
Hello? Hello?
Nicole,
Yes, it's me. I'm monitoring your progress from inside the Eternal Oasis, and I have to say, this terminal is simply marvelous. It makes tracking you so much easier. I couldn't see anything at first, but now that you two are inside, I can use your location with support from the terminals to get a partial view of the situation inside Irminsul. It's not the clearest image, but it's better than not being able to help at all. I can't intervene directly, but I can help to guide you out of the jam you're currently in. So please, just follow my lead. Dottore in his current form is a blight upon both Irminsul and the ley lines. Pay attention to your surroundings. There must be sources of his contamination nearby. The corrupted information is his—
Is that one of them?
Precisely. Take it out. Good work. But we're not done yet. Stay close, and let's see if we can find any others like it nearby.
This must be another one.
Agreed. Now... Watch out!
It's Dottore. I think he's found us.
The seal is broken. Quick! Get out of there!
And where exactly do you think you can run to?
Wait, what is that?
Pursuers! That's gotta be it!
Run! Don't let that thing touch you.
Dodge that attack!
There's more than one path. Which way do we go?
To the left! Trust me!
Fleeing like vermin. What a pathetic sight.
Hey!
Watch yourselves! Stay focused!
There's a cliff ahead. Jump!
More of those corruption sources. Destroy them as you did before, and open the exit as quickly as possible. They're relentless. Is he trying to wear us down? You'll just have to destroy these too.
Too slow.
I think the pursuit is over.
Hard to say. Stay alert. Swarm Fury!
I think we've made it to relative safety.
Goodness.
You doing okay?
I'll be fine.
Take a short rest, and...
Nicole?
The connection's been cut. But that means...
Look at you supporting one another. How very touching.
Dottore!
Took you long enough to find us. You're more useless than I thought.
Oh, really? I think I deserve a little more credit for my methods than that. Rather than hunting you down, I chose to let you roam free. I indulged your presumption that I was unable to track your movements, played along with your clever little plan. Fleeing is for animals, but I rather enjoy watching you flee. Some things lose the will to run altogether as soon as you put them in a cage.
If that's true, then why did you come looking for us?
Because I wanted to observe you up close, of course. Don't misunderstand me, I'm not here for a fight. Is it so unusual that I wish to greet my old acquaintances in person? After all, it's been a while. Scaramouche.
Bro, how does he know?
Why are you so afraid? I have done nothing unprecedented in discovering the truth. Nor did I go to any great lengths to uncover your story. You made a bold series of moves in deciding to erase yourself. And with the power of this great chronicling device called Irmin's Soul, you were able to achieve something quite remarkable. Once most people form an opinion about someone, it tends to imprison their mind. Yet you managed to erase every trace of your existence. A novel take on death indeed. However, this meant that you stood out to me all the more when I saw you in Notcry. I didn't even have to go looking for you. Just the sight of you was enough for me to intuit the truth. For someone in my position, connecting the dots was a trivial affair. It would have been more surprising if I hadn't managed to piece it together.
You seem very pleased with yourself for figuring it out. I'm sure you'd even be more delighted to learn the full extent of your crimes.
That would hardly be necessary. Besides, isn't there something that concerns you more right now? Something that fills you with dread. Let me put your mind at ease. I have no intention whatsoever of restoring any of the records you deleted. For one thing, it would be exceptionally difficult. But more to the point, I doubt that the prospect of losing your current life is all that frightening to you. Because in your case, the cruelest twist of fate is that you'll never again have the chance to make up for any of your mistakes. Isn't it?
Dottore?
All here shall bend to my will. Behold!
The wind rises.
I'm afraid you'll need to do better than that to take me down. I expected you to have grown stronger. Ah, how foolish of me. I forgot that you lack any means to increase your power.
You will pay for everything you've done.
Oh, will I now?
That's far enough. Bow your head.
Does the prospect of death amuse you?
I could ask you the same question! I'll distract Dottore. You focus on the mission.
Got it.
For the hopes and dreams of the masses.
Open the secret door on this enchanting night. May wisdom's light eradicate ignorance and darkness, and hereby fulfill our ancient vow.
ഇതൊരുമാതിരി ഈ സ്പൈഡർമാൻ കുറെ ഫ്രാഞ്ചൈസ് ആയതിനു ശേഷം അവസാനം നോവേ ഹോമില് സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന പോലെ അതേ അവസ്ഥ.
Outdated ideals and stand in the way of progress. You will pay for interfering with the grandest experiment of all time.
Oh. Bro. Oh, is it Doctor Strange? Bro.
Dottore, as clever as you are, you fail to understand wisdom. Wisdom takes many forms, but the path you have chosen eschews them all. we're within Irminsul, it stands to reason that any power you wield comes from it.
You're extracting the information from Irminsul just to strip me of my power.
I will find his weakness.
Time to ignite! Behold!
I admire your attempt to introduce a new variable, but it's nowhere near enough. Just like a little buzzing fly.
Behold!
A petty trick.
Time to ignite!
Let's wait for a little bit. The Temple of Wisdom.
You dare to gaze upon me?
Let's try this. Muso no Hitomachi!
Eh?
Everyone hold hands.
Swarm Fury!
You're so close. Just hold on a little longer. I'll hold him up. Traveler, Hat Guy, the rest is up to you.
We certainly have a knack for surprising each other, don't we?
I'm just getting started. It's time. Say your prayers.
Stay on the defensive. I got your back.
It's time. Say your prayers. Time to ignite.
Let's try this. Muso no Hitomachi!
Quit following me. It's time. Say your prayers. Swarm Fury.
Burn all before you! Blade of the primal blade!
How amusing. It's time. Say your prayers.
Finally. Time for you to die. Excited?
Time for me to die?
It's time. Say your prayers.
The wind rises.
That's enough!
It's all yours. Do with it as you see fit.
Just as you say, this world is home to some archaic things. And as you suppose, you are a formidable opponent. You have long coveted the secrets of wisdom. So now, I will demonstrate true wisdom in action.
Bro!
I invoke my supreme authority as the keeper of Irminsul. Command me or condemn me. And give your verdict now!
Blessed One of Wisdom, Mahakosaladhama, are Are you certain that you wish to exercise your authority to destroy Irminsul?
Blessed one of wisdom, Mahakushaladama, are you certain that you wish to exercise your authority? Ruler of Death, Ronova. Oh, ellaru undallo.
It represents both your roots and your finest accomplishments. You truly intend to abandon the very thing you have always fought for?
This is my decision. Irminsul has been...
Irminsul is the original tree of Tevat. It is the means by which the heavenly principles maintains fate itself. The 7 Archons should honor and revere it, for their authority was bestowed upon them by the heavenly principles.
It is precisely because I honor and revere it that I fight for the humanity it exists to protect. Wisdom is knowing how to weigh the options and make the right decision. If you truly care about the fortunes of this world, then it is me you should seek to preserve.
Planting a seed begins the chain of cause and effect. Since you have become a great tree yourself, why should the loss of another tree be anything to fear? Till we meet again, Lord of Dendro.
Oh, bro, the 3 shades. Oh. Oh shit.
The first flame. The pure, cleansing fire.
Bro, that's an Henry. Maybe?
Shall we?
Where were we?
I was suggesting that you needn't perform when signing a contract.
You're only sitting here because your bank demanded an evaluation of the trustee.
So you told a story about a young scholar from a merchant family in Sumeru?
I told a compelling tale, didn't I?
The post-expulsion story is far more captivating.
The human experiments or the elixir of immortality?
The part where you die.
Ah, yes. My favorite part. The 35-year-old Segment thought of himself as Dottore, reserving the name Zandik for the original specimen. Of all the Segments, he was the most selfish. After his expulsion, Dottore searched for a new direction. He joined the Fatui, studied Elazar in great depth, secured resources. He was rather fortunate in his career. Zandik turned to Conrian technology and successfully created his segments. But this was not immortality. Even with backup segments, his body would still age. Still, thanks to Snezhnaya, Zandik found the ideal base for his experiments. Then a perfect partnership materialized at a crucial moment. The year that both parties realized they needed more time. Fortunately, Zandik succeeded. In a miraculous turn of events, he gained the extra time he needed.
I seem to recall it differently.
All right, it's true. No matter how much elixir he took, Zondique remained human and continued to age. Then, on the morning he turned 85...
Help me up. Call for help.
Surely he would be rescued, Zondique thought. But to his surprise, no one helped him. Zondique was too selfish for that.
Don't forget, you're one of us.
Yes, and we're all waiting.
Waiting for me to die.
Pantalone arrived for a meeting and happened to witness what followed. He found it unsettling.
I never said that.
But the Zondiques were unfazed. It was a rare opportunity for self-dissection.
What does all that have to do with you depositing your data at Northland Bank?
It has made me cherish my time in this world all the more.
Fair enough. So you do have a sense of self-preservation.
What do you mean?
You're hardly normal, and you don't cherish life. You just don't want to admit defeat in the limited time you have.
Even so, don't I deserve an interesting ending?
I'm counting on it.
If nothing else, I expect my funeral will be a grand affair indeed.
It's a story of a man who is already dead, bro. What the?
What a magnificent fire.
It's already planned, bro. എന്റെ മോനെ എങ്ങനെ സാധിക്കില്ലേ? ഏതാ story, bro?
In Snezhnaya, we light fires to ward off the cold. Fire, it seems, is antithetical to ideas such as cold, frozen, and unchanging.
Perhaps it has always been that way. From the beginning, fire has been used to drive away wild beasts and warm the body and mind. You could say it's a form of treatment. One that cures the human heart of mortal fear.
Mortal fear? Something you haven't been acquainted with in a long time, by the sounds of it.
Whereas you, I'm sure, must know the feeling quite well indeed. I remember when we first discussed the elixir of immortality, you claimed that extending your lifespan was about buying more time. But was that really the truth? You fear the prospect of dying a wretched end in this world, don't you?
Of course I do. I'm only human, after all. And while you may have forgotten it, you cannot deny that you too were once human, Dottore. I do not believe that there is no such fear in your heart.
Perhaps you are right. But I abandoned it long ago and devoted myself to my experiments. I have felt no fear since.
From the very beginning, I never thought you could win this game.
But still you came. Contract in hand. To honor.
Because I am a reputable partner.
And as we have discussed, experiments are about more than results alone. The process is equally important. I have come here and completed my creation. And
I'm afraid your journey ends here.
After I die, there will be no one to make the elixir of immortality, and your remaining stock will only last a few more years. How then will you prove that you didn't perish in this incident alongside everyone else?
When I feel optimistic about market environments, I never forcibly adjust them. They have their own direction. And I myself am one such environment. I have been quite particular about many things in my life. But where the manner of my death is concerned, I choose not to be.
You make yourself sound so magnanimous.
Oh, but I am. And I hope you will be too. It may have been a long time since anyone told you this, Dottore, but I recognize that you are a truly rare talent.
Ha! I can see it. The experiment in blasphemy that I've been performing all this time. It has been a long process, and I do not care about the results as much as people might imagine.
If the very goal of your experiment was to explore infinite possibilities, then there was never any reason for it to end.
Indeed. Yet now, the experiment has officially drawn to a close.
What should I call you? Zandik? Or do you prefer Dottore?
Suit yourself. Goodbye, Feofan. This time, that's what it truly is.
Oh, he's really dead, bro. I thought he was.
And don't I know it? Goodbye, Zandik.
I could have carried out many more experiments, but to me, Lord of Dendro, this outcome is certainly not the worst.
I believe you. But unfortunately, this is where it all ends for you. This experiment does not belong to you, nor...
Experiment? It sounds like you're trying to outdo me in my own field.
Wisdom is conveying information in terms that people can clearly understand.
Indeed. I can see no further. Ha! You have a formidable mind, and you are braver than I thought. Setting fire to the very thing your survival depends on. Your previous threat was empty, but this time, it is real.
When necessary, wisdom can be as fierce as an inferno. Some of the flames that incinerate you come from within yourself.
Perhaps you are right. You see what lies at the bottom of the human heart, and that is your...
Here is where your journey comes to an end. All that is yet unknown belongs to those of us who will carry on living.
It seems I have unwittingly been your arch-enemy all along.
I do not deny your intelligence. But what you refer to as they are events that take place in the real world. And they are so much more than mere data. Goodbye.
Well, that's the last. It was a long, hard road. I just pray that we'll never need to leave again.
Paradise.
I wouldn't think gods need.
People always think they're the only one. As the Goat King...
Only we can truly understand how much the desert faith has faded over the centuries.
Given the myriad ways in which gods and...
Well, that sounds about right to me.
If you told me a few...
Belief is a choice.
I'll be heading back to the Temple of Silence. I heard the goat...
It's back to Aru Village for us.
Until next time, old friend.
Right back at you. Make sure where it is that two of the other 7 pillars, Chesapank and Bennu, might also be dropping by. Since you're wearing the symbols of their power, it'd only be fitting if you came to see them for yourselves.
Dropping by? That makes it sound like they're visiting a neighbor's...
Well, the temple was founded by Hermanubis, so I guess to them, that's exactly what...
Guess that's true.
All right. We'll make sure to find...
I will.
See? Retirement has always been a problem, especially for old-timers like us who've been locked away all these years. You finally step out into the light, and bam! You're face to face with a whole different world.
Naturally. What do you think?
Huh? How could I possibly be qualified to decide where the servants of King...
Sorry if my question was unclear. Do you think their statues will stand out too much if we place them here?
Hey, I never agreed to this. How could we possibly allow our statues to be left in Hermanubis' home? That would be like breaking into someone's house, then pretending it belonged to you in the first place.
Different beliefs can coexist. We still need to respect one another.
By which you mean, you two plan to stay at the Temple of Silence, for a while at least. But you have no intention of relocating your statues here. So, you see this?
Family.
You could say that. In a sense, Hermanubis would view this as his home. Just look at this place. Magnificent, is it not? The sad truth is, in the past, all three of us invested so much into misguided ventures. We failed to build what we should have, and wasted so much time in...
And what do you mean?
I mean that for the most part, time spent associating with the likes of Sobek, and, let's say, Thoth, might reasonably be considered wasted.
Why does that not surprise me?
Anyway, given how much time we'll all be spending together, I'd say that the bonds we built will end up proving to have been a sound investment.
Once Sethos, the current leader of the Temple of Silence, returns, you can discuss the matter of staying here with him. But judging by the expressions of everyone here, I imagine this sacred ground houses untold knowledge after all. What better place for the servants of King Deshret to appear in the mortal world?
How about we share a meal together first? I imagine it's been many years since you last tasted...
Oh, that sounds wonderful! After so many hundreds of years, I can only surmise that desert...
Are we having a get-together? If you'd like, I can help prepare some food. After all, Lord Thoth, you helped me so much in the desert, and I still haven't...
Oh, my, that would be wonderful. I'm touched that you still remember.
How the times have changed. To the people of today, it seems the Ibis King has become a kind and passionate god.
And you, Mr. Herreshoff? What kind of god do you wish to be?
To be honest, I haven't given it much thought. How about you, Dendro Archon? Do you have... Forgive my bluntness, but you do not seem to derive your authority from majesty and might, like Lord Al-Ahmar. Clearly your approach has its advantages, but also its dangers, don't you think?
I do, but projecting a majestic front doesn't really suit me. Besides, my relationship with others isn't simply one of a god and her people.
Not putting on airs might earn you more adoration.
Exactly. Besides, I really like parties where everyone brings their own...
Last time when we got together for a picnic near the Avidia Forest, it was quite the occasion.
Can we do that?
Don't worry, I can help out.
Me?
The more the merrier.
Don't take this the wrong way. I just think you should know. When it comes to passing the time, chess is more our thing.
In that case...
If I were to compete against you, I can't say with certainty I'd win.
Where's Sobek? I'm sure he'd be good for a few rounds. Cards, cards, cards!
I wonder what variant of chess we're talking here. Mr. Thoth, is there...
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. As long as the leader of the Temple of Silence agrees, we can search Hermanubis' place for books to teach you how to play.
Such devastation visited on Sumeru City. So many houses destroyed or damaged in the fighting. Look at all of this. It's going to take me forever to tidy up. I suppose living below...
I would have thought a little appreciation of my sincerity and effort in helping to clean up this mess might be an...
Helping?
Effort?
This is your house! Of course you should be putting in the effort! If anything, I'm the one who's helping.
So you see yourself as just a helper in this situation.
If you're trying to say that since I live here too, I have an obligation to tidy up, fine. I suppose I do.
Never. In the wake of a great storm, a missing roof is a
Can you stop making it seem like I care more about this house than you do? Doesn't it upset you?
I won't pretend it's ideal, but
This is the roof over your head, your shelter from the cold. The furniture is scattered, the paintings have fallen off the walls, the windows are shattered.
The way I see it, these problems...
Ugh, this is precisely why I hate talking to you about sentimental things. It's like banging my head against a wall. You simply don't understand just how much work goes into making a proper home.
It sounds like this is causing you a lot of anguish.
You mean the house or the
I mean your sentimentality.
Oh, well, yes.
Generally speaking, when anguish becomes the norm, people usually make an attempt to improve.
But there are so many people and things in life that are difficult to change. Anguish can be a
I'm glad you're able to make yourself think like that.
What kind of a response is that? I was stating a profound truth about the very nature of art. Suffering is the cradle of all creation.
And I wasn't trying to. I'm just happy for you. Pure and
happy about...
Happy that you can always find an answer that backs up your view.
You...
More often than not, life is a process of running into problems and then searching for... Not everyone's so good at justifying things to themselves.
Huh. What about you, then?
Pass me that box.
Huh? Okay.
You may consider this my progress on the path to mastery.
Wait a second. Isn't that box mine? Hey...
Would you like me to put it in your bedroom for you?
Huh? What kind of progress is this? Does he think he can bribe me? These books on the floor, they're a complete mess. Ugh, guess I should...
Local subter beasts, imported goods, such a bright future ahead. I can picture the Mora just rolling in.
You do realize you...
It's called being imposing. Can't you feel it?
Oh, I'm positively shaking in my sandals. What commands do you have for me, oh mighty Lord Sangha?
You've got a lot of nerve, Nefer. You went and told Candace and the others everything, didn't you? Seriously, do you have any idea how differently they see me now?
Surely that's a good thing. I presume they're more disposed to actually like you now. Maybe even view you as a friend.
You traded my secret for sympathy! Thanks to you, I've lost every last shred of my mercantile majesty. How am I supposed to make anyone think I'm a big, scary investor now?
The dark days of Lord Sangama Bay are behind you. Why not take this chance to make...
Speaking of friends, since when did the notorious Lady Nefer gain such an admiration for holier-than-thou types? A moon chanter here, an angel there? Who'd have thought it?
A coming together of fates, nothing more. No need to throw around accusations.
Forget it. You're right about one thing at least. Making friends is never a bad thing for a Still, I really took a loss this time.
I'm trying to see if you're really crying or if those are just crocodile. A little birdie told me that when Lord Sangama Bay makes money, the tears flow from the center of her eyes. But when she loses it, they flow from the corners. Which is it?
Ugh, you are so annoying. I'm not talking to you anymore.
Nefer, thank goodness you're here. I've been looking everywhere for...
Huh? Well. If it isn't the House of Dana's very own librarian, what can I offer?
Oh, no. I'm not here to buy. I'm here to bring Lady Nefer a book, and a fascinating one at that. We agreed to meet at the entrance to the mausoleum of...
Reasoning knows not time of day, but suspense.
Huh? Isn't that... It was all the rage for a while. People throughout the city were clamoring to get their hands on a copy. The names inside were all...
Don't bring up that book in my presence. I don't even want to hear its name. That thing was nothing but a...
Surprisingly enough, I've actually heard of this book, though it doesn't seem of much consequence. So, what truth lies behind?
You're from the Vahumana and you're asking me what the truth is? I'd say the actual truth was about the least important part of the whole episode. I brought you this book because it probably has the most interesting backstory of any in the House of Dana's collection.
Don't tell me it's actually any...
You may not know this, Lord. No, Perhaps she feels that bad book
suits my style. Very interesting. And as it happens, I have...
Incense?
I imagine you've already used up.
Well, actually, but I'll gladly accept that.
Katayun, you...
Congratulations.
Well done, Kale. After studying for so long...
Sure hasn't been easy for you, huh?
All grown up. No.
Thanks, everyone. It's Master Tainari. Thank you for your guidance.
So I know how to matter to it.
I'm afraid the party will...
Kale?
No. I've made plans with...
Well, that's a...
Of course. After all that catching up on sleep and food?
For someone who spends so much time resting, your recovery routine is...
Hey! Paimon's been working her butt off too, you know. She flew all over the city.
Don't worry, I saw how hard you worked.
Alright, we all know you're the most hardworking person in... Paimon's been looking around the place, and it seems like the city's already on the mend. But...
What's going on here?
Nothing much. Nahida was just expressing concern for my physical and mental well-being.
Oh, the Traveler told Paimon all about that. We've both been very worried about...
You make it sound like I'm on the brink of some kind of breakdown. Truth is, I'm doing much better than... If we can just get to the bottom of Dotori's intentions, we can minimize his negative influence. That's the sort of thing I excel at.
Just listen to that newfound optimism. It seems like having you enroll in the Vahumana was a truly inspired move. I can really see the positive.
Observe, a classic Sumero specialty. Chalking everything up to education and learning.
To be honest, even I can sense the change in you.
Everything Dotori said to you was a way to manipulate your mind. Fortunately, you're no longer under his sway.
Can someone as old as me really continue to grow?
If it helps, just think of yourself as a late bloomer. It's all a matter of phrasing, and it comes down to what standards you measure yourself by. For a puppet, developing at such an age is perfectly normal. But if you choose to call yourself a late bloomer, it sounds more like you consider yourself human.
However you see yourself, well done.
All right.
Anyway, what's your next step?
What else can I do but complete my current courses? Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. There are still things in the city I need to help out with. I'll be heading...
I'm so happy that Hat Guy is doing better than we thought. But what about you, Nahida?
The Pyrognosis burned down the corrupted Irminsul. The flames blazed for 7 days and 7 nights before they finally subsided. All that was left were the parts underground. Now, Aru shoulders the responsibilities that once belonged to Irminsul. The situation was contained before it got out of hand, so Tevat's most vital information has largely been preserved.
Irminsul has a strong influence over you, doesn't it? How will you cope now that it's gone?
There's no need to worry. Thanks to Nicole's extraordinary talents, my connection to Irminsul has been severed and transposed onto Aru.
Angels can do things like that?
They can. Such abilities are precisely what makes them so powerful. The goddess of flowers, Nabu Malikata, once claimed that she too could perform feats beyond the reach of mere mortal. In my eyes, much of what she went on to achieve reached such transcendent levels. Her and Nicole really are both fascinating.
So, does that mean your situation is stable now?
Correct. Just imagine that Aru has become the new Irminsul, and the essence of my existence has been bound to it. The wisdom of Sumeru has ultimately converged into a single, unified entity. Should we ascribe this all to fate? Or is it merely...
Whatever it is, the important thing is that you're okay.
Dendro Archon, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Oh, thank goodness you're here.
Sir Nevis, do you have something urgent to say?
Yes, there's something I need to report. We've received a message from Snezhnaya.
The Fatui Harbinger, the Rooster, sends us his sympathies, along with all the usual pleasantries. His stance is that, following the unrest in Nodcry, Dottore was subjected to internal censure. This madness was the act of a rogue element, one who cannot be seen to represent the Zapoliarni Palace.
No less than can be expected.
Snezhnaya paid a heavy price working to stop him. They even lost one of their own harbingers. The letter goes on to say that even so, Snezhnaya cannot claim to be blameless. Apparently, they will deal with Dottore's subordinates in accordance with Snezhnayan law, holding all those involved in his crimes accountable. Additionally, they are supplying relief funds and supplies, which are already en route. They hope this will aid in Sumeru's reconstruction.
Sounds like he's got an answer for everything.
True. But as diplomatic rhetoric goes, it's highly effective. Completely watertight, both in logic and...
This disaster has had a profound impact on Sumeru. There is much that I will keep in my heart. The matter of Dottore can be seen as settled for now. We are sure to cross paths again in the future, and in that light, Snezhnaya would do well to uphold their responsibilities and keep a tight rein over their actions. With Irminsul burned, the flow of fate now carries many more possibilities. I will be watching carefully.
Perhaps we can move on to a less serious matter? Dendro Archon, will you eat with us once this matter is dealt with? Everyone wishes to celebrate together.
Of course! Junior Zod, Sino, and Hypatia all told me the same thing.
What a wonderful idea.
Not more to...
More? Dendro...
Those good friends of yours are always talking about tomatoes. Tomatoes. Take your time, there's no need to rush.
Does this mean you're going to Natlan? Meet them there in person.
I know. But the Traveler, Paimon, will set off as soon as you're ready.
Sure. We'll be ready whenever you...
You'll hear no objections from Paimon! We should grab some snacks along the way, though.
Wonderful. I look... Natlan is such a lively place.
It's super cheerful and positive.
I can see that. There are people outside.
You came. Welcome, welcome. You must be hungry from your journey.
Oh, thanks, but no thanks. We've been eating the whole way here.
All right, all right.
Maybe later then. We can wait till everyone's gotten...
Sounds like a plan. I should tell you, I already have some sense of why you've come.
Why's that, Malika?
To say thank you.
Your senses are spot on.
But because the pyronosis has vanished?
Despite scouring through the remnants of Irminsul, we couldn't find any sign of the pyronosis.
That's certainly unusual. Still, the potential fallout from Irminsul's loss is significant, to say the least. Perhaps the pyronosis's disappearance is simply a knock-on effect of the impact it's had on a certain strand of fate. There's no need to feel guilty. We were clear that this time, there was to be no returning, only giving.
Thank you really is a fascinating phrase. We use it to express gratitude for the smallest. It's not that we lack other means of expression. It's that when we...
You're right. In that land, we prefer simple expressions too. Companionship.
That's wonderful to hear. Sincere feelings are often a vehicle for the deepest...
Irminsul's destruction doesn't seem to have done you much harm. I'm glad to see you're doing well.
There's still a lot of work to do, but before we begin, we felt it was important to come here and speak with you.
Partly to express our gratitude, but also because we felt that seeing you, in a sense, is like basking in warm sunlight.
That's a nice way of putting it. I like that. To tell you the truth, though, I'm not a fan of somber meetings. So, since there's nothing more to say, why don't we go bask in some actual sunlight? The weather's beautiful today.
What a great idea! Paimon's gonna lie back and soak up some rays.
In that case, I think I'll lie down for a bit too before we...
And where might that be?
Mondstadt.
Where?
Paimon and I are gonna head back there with Kale and the gang.
Long ago, I sensed that the god remains inside Kali had come from the goddess of flowers, but I kept it a secret. Those remains weren't hurting Kali, not as she is now. They simply exist. Besides, I could sense a deep yearning for an ordinary life. A yearning to hold on to the hard-won...
She should be ready to face the truth by now.
Whenever people meet, there is always the potential to create warmth and kindness. Every child grows...
Oh, just like how Paimon sometimes sees Nahida as a little kid.
Is that so? Well, anyone who's friends with a kid is probably a kid themselves.
And there's nothing wrong with that. When we get back, we'll actually be hanging out with another of our friends who happens to be a kid. Or more like looking after, in her case. Anyway, we'll always be there to...
Dear Sucrose, when you receive this letter, I'll probably be as busy as always. Impressive, right? You probably heard that something big happened in Sumeru recently. Plus, it's not just me. A few of us are going. Hey, do you still remember that time we all got together?
Ending adu kainya പരിപാടി കഴിഞ്ഞ
Dainari. Don't you say it! Is that the great Vayuviastra? Behold, the great Vayuviastra.
How times have changed. I wasn't expecting you to beat me to the punchline. You've changed.
You've really upped the aggression in your battle against...
Kale, how did you know what I was going to say?
For the love of...
Hey! Traveler! Paimon! You're right on time!
I hope we haven't kept you waiting.
Kale! Sucrose! It's been so long!
I've been well. Everything's going great. What about you? Are you...
Not at the moment. Oh, right! That juicer you gave us?
Seriously?
Sucrose, you might want to try asking your question.
Albedo! Paimon didn't see it!
It's been a while since all of us were together like this.
Good idea, my friend.
So, what are your... Don't remind...
First things first. Allow me to introduce our very own official
for.
This sounds like one of those mushy stories that gets people hooked on some corny, heartwarming premise.
Oh, is our story not heartwarming? If I recall correctly, there was even a scene.
Besides being heartwarming, our story's also about tough, impressive stuff.
Oh, you're here already? I'm still giving Dodeko a little trim. I won't be a moment.
A trim? Does Dodoko need haircut?
Of course. It's important to know how to take loving care of the apples of your... All of these trivial matters get left to me. It's because I'm an angel, and angels are, in a way, the guardians of all Tavad.
Oh, right! Well, that's definitely an impressive sounding...
What are you writing?
I'm just brainstorming some cool sounding lines.
Oh, write them on these card backs.
Of course.
Clearly, my lines are pretty amazing, wouldn't you say?
Miss Nicole.
Kale? You seem a little
I was just wondering, who was
Why
the
does
person you
she
mentioned who
sound
needed
like
their wish fulfilled?
Alice?
Wish?
Miss Nicole asked if we could meet up in Mondstadt once everything was over. She said a friend of hers had a wish that needed my help to come.
Well, you never mentioned that before. All we knew was that you'd arranged to meet in Mondstadt. But we thought it had some...
To be fair, everything I told you was true. Anyway, my friend, come on, let's...
Huh? You're...
Surprised? I bet you weren't expecting to meet a woman like me beneath this beautiful tree. An oasis will spring from the place where a djinn resides. That saying falls somewhat flat here in Mondstadt, given that everywhere is already so...
Lilupar, what do you...
I made friends with Miss Nicole. I asked her to bring me here and then invite The prologue to this story is that I have a wish. It has stirred within my heart for centuries. Millennia, even. Originally, it was merely Al-Akhmar's lie, but now it has become reality.
Could this be...
related to the goddess of flowers?
My dear young lady, my mistress left her final trace in this world upon you. I can't tell you how glad I am to see you here. And now I have seen you, and peered into your heart. You have experienced hardships and suffered setbacks. The torment an ordinary but beneath all this, I've witnessed the seeds of desire.
I do. I want to throw...
But how do you decide what is yours? The scars that others carve into your flesh? The kindness and love
They are. This Miss Nicole said I should learn how to adjust my standards.
Don't you want anything?
She gave me a revelation once. I think that's already more than enough.
In the past, you would not have possessed such a rich heart. Your brief life has taught you to hold on to everything good, to home... How fascinating. You're nothing like Nabu Malikata, and you're certainly not her.
Of course not. I'm not some great and powerful being.
Yet I am a djinn. We exist because of the Lord of Flowers. We revere and love Kale. Can you do this?
But her remains won't be easy to remove. Are you sure?
That's beside the point. First, I need to know. Are you willing to do something for the soul of this lonely one? But look, you know nothing about me. Even if you have heard the stories about me, all you would know is that I was rightly punished for the many evil deeds I committed. So you do know. Your lips are quivering, your eyes trembling, and still you're willing to do something for me. Life has been cruel to you, and yet you've learned, my dear young lady. To repay your kindness, I too...
Are you sure about this?
I yearn to see my mistress. For this moment, the world can burn to ashes, the universe be engulfed in flame. And you, Kale, I can give you a gift. You'll become just enough...
But Miss Lilopar...
My wish will be fulfilled, and I can die happy.
Why would you wish for that?
A long, unending life might seem desirable for one who has never possessed it, yet it brings torment to one who has. Since you've promised to grant my wish, give me that release. Allow the dying to die, and let the dead rest in peace.
Kale, there's no pressure on you.
It's as if you want to use the last of your life to give me a better...
Nothing so selfless. We'll be using our futures to fulfill each other's wishes. This is a noble...
I understand.
Close your eyes, Kale. Then open your soul. From there, I will embrace my mistress. The downpour of flowers is your touch. Like returning to the very beginning. Like surrendering to your grace. People say that devotion is beautiful, yet filled with pain. How foolish of them. For me, devotion is beautiful. Thank you.
She left, carrying the blessing.
Kale, are you alright?
I'm fine. Don't actually feel any different at... Those remains weren't hurting Kale. Not as she is now. They simply exist.
Kale must have already received what she was yearning for.
I'm doing fine. I feel relaxed.
Then my wish has come true.
To become or...
That's just one of my wishes. Actually, I have a few more. For instance, I want to protect the people I meet.
So between Miss Lilopar and me, you've fulfilled 2 wishes already.
Wonderful, isn't it?
I guess that settles things here.
So what's next? What do you want to do when we get back to town?
Kale, look who I've brought to see you. Hey, Kale! I heard you guys were holding some kind of...
Huh?
Really?
Me.
So that's what this is all about.
Exactly. The old me is gone. I puffed her into the air.
Do you think maybe up in the sky?
Oh, when you put it like that... What do you think, Miss Nicole?
I think, at least, if it were up to me, I'd consider that a
Dear Sucrose, even though my childhood ended long ago, these past few days have really felt like growing up again. I've become stronger. Surely someone as mysterious as I came to say goodbye to my old self. I know that after this, she'll be gone. Thinking about it makes me feel but somewhere in my heart, I feel a great sense of joy. It feels like I've always wanted...
എന്താടാ ഗെയിം എൻഡ് ചെയ്ത പോലെ ഇപ്പൊ ഒരുമാതിരി എന്തോ ഒരു വല്ലാത്തൊരു രണ്ട് സ്പിന്നും കൂടി ആയ ഒരു ഹാർഡ്. Nazume. കാലയോടെ വന്നിട്ട്
I heard there's a crazed forest boar wreaking havoc around the outskirts of Chinju Forest. Really? Then what about that weird kid? Word is, she's been asking around that same area. The rumors about that place are just bizarre.
Count me out. I just finished working overtime.
Yeah, you look dead on your feet.
Did you hear that? No! The part about the witch! What if it's what? Break, Schmake! If there's a mage around here, something big must be going on!
I think this...
This should be the place. Let's see. Huh? Guess not. Looks like it was a false alarm. And all that stuff about a witch?
That's just a stick. A witch will do anything for her own amusement. Wait, you two. You're Alice's trusted confidants, the renowned duo of the Traveler and Paimon. Hold on. Let me start over. My name's Prune, and I'm Alice's friend. Yeah, friend. In fact, she invited me here to take care of but we lost contact due to certain uncontrollable.
Guessing this is the weird kid who was asking around about witches?
Yeah, I heard that. And don't give me that look. I'm not some weird kid. Well, I'm here for a professional
You don't sound super sure about that.
Don't believe me? Look, Alice gave me these. Witch's tools. Surely you recognize the magical signature on them.
A bell, a hammer, and a tattered old book? guess they could be special, but they're not exactly screaming witch.
With proper rotations, which is older DPS characters like Movuika keep up? Probably not.
Hold on. My name's Prune, and I we lost contact due to certain uncontrollable. Guessing this is the weird kid who was asking around about witches?
But if you have invested in her, especially on a weapon or maybe constellations like C1 or C2, then she will be pretty strong in the future as well. Especially because this is her second rerun. Almost everyone who wanted Movuika already has a C0
And don't give me that look. I'm
And
not some weird kid wandering around for no reason.
I would highly suggest going for C1, C2, or her weapon, depending on what you want. If you already
I'm here for a
5-star
professional
weapon, then you can go for
investigation.
constellations like
The point
C1
is, I know
and
Alice.
probably up to C2, which will make her insanely good, even for upcoming future content. Our weapon. Then you can go for constellations like C1 and probably up to C2, which will make her insanely good, even for upcoming future content. So if you ask me, is Movuika
It
C0
don't sound super
R0
sure
a
about
good
that.
pull option for now? I will say yes, but not very future-proof.
Don't
But for those
believe
who already
me.
have Movuika at C0
Alice
and
gave
they
me
want
the.
to use
Surely you
Movuika in
recognize the
future,
magical
they can
signature
get an
on
extra
them.
copy to make her relevant. Especially because
About
Movuika is one of the
a
most
hammer
versatile
and-
characters in the entire game.
That's
She works in
odd.
almost every team
Not
archetype,
recognized.
which makes her
The
way
Traveler's
better compared
Companion
to
is
other
supposed
older
to be a
DPS
well-read,
characters for future
high-level
bosses.
student at the Act 80 years ago.
You can slot her
This
with
was the
cryo
defining spawn to wait.
Electro, you can
You
slot
mean
her with
companion as in?
Nemo, you can slot her with an
Which is
Nemo
to
unit,
say,
and so on. There is no restriction.
what is the bell? In theory, it detects localized abnormal magical fluctuations.
Making her even more flexible in team building. Honestly, she is the best DPS unit to vertically invest in currently, and that is all. Talking further, we are also getting Lowen. Currently, Lowen's best teams are around 140k DPS, and looking at him, he does look like a very versatile unit, because all you need is one Hexarine character in the team, but he is not that strong as a hyper carry DPS. The reason why his team is looking so
Unusual
strong is
power
because you have Durin,
surges.
who does as
There must
much
be one
damage as him
nearby.
off-field. But when you play him in other teams, for example, the new Stellar Conduct boss
I
might
just
force
know
you
I'm
to
right
play
this
two
time.
Electro
Wait,
units, which will
so you're saying
significantly
it just
make his
follow
team
me?
weaker.
You'll see I'm
Because
right.
unlike Movuika or even Lunar DPS, he is not very strong by himself. He relies heavily on someone from off-field, whether it's Durin triggering Melt and doing a ton of damage, or possibly Escoffier. But it looks like Genshin meta is leaning more toward off-field damage dealers instead of hyper carry dealers, especially with off-field DPS like Durin, Inefa, Linnea, and off-field buffers like Nicole. Even Sandrone's future Electro support could be an Electro sub DPS, making this kind of playstyle even stronger. So Lowen's future is still very strong, and also he's a cryo character, which already makes his future insanely strong.
Monsters?
Even after
It was gonna be a
arguably
witch.
weaker than all three lunar DPS.
I forgot my hammer back there. Sorry, but could you take care of these while I go get it? Thanks.
So who do you actually invest in?
Nice one, Traveler.
The version 6.7
You're just as good in battle as all the rumors say.
possibly two
Thanks for
must-pull
stepping in, and I apologize.
must-pull
I
units,
shouldn't have rushed in like that.
especially Columbina being the absolute core of any lunar team in
But
any
I wasn't lying.
Before
Alice
talking
said
about
that when the
priority
bell
lists,
rings,
we
a
actually
witch
need
might
to
appear.
understand what the current
I just
DPS
didn't
status
realize the probability was so
Sabai
low.
is currently the best DPS, way ahead of any other DPS in the entire game, making her absolutely the best. Then we have Mavuika, Flynn's, and Nefer. All three units are around the same level, followed by Varka, Lowen, and Sandrone, with version 7.0 possibly going to make Sandrone as strong as Zabai. So my suggestion will be very straight. For those who already have Mavuika, getting her constellations or weapon will be the best option moving forward, because with just 1 or 2 copies, you can possibly secure the entire team for another 1 year to clear Stygian Fearless level difficulty. But if your aim is lower, like Abyss or Menacing, then you might not even need to get those constellations. For those who do not have Mavuika, the best move will be, instead of building the old team fully by getting Mavuika and Sitlali, just go for Sandrone and get her future teams, because those will be way better in the upcoming time, as the new bosses and new endgames will all support the new teams, and you will have a way easier time moving forward. Talking about Lowen, his value as a cryo DPS was very good until Sandrone, because you are anyway getting Sandrone, who is also a cryo DPS, and possibly a stronger DPS, thanks to being a stellar DPS who will massively benefit from the new region. So there is no point pulling Lowen just before her. But as said, Lowen is still a decent DPS, and if you like him, you can definitely make him work in the future with new stellar reactions, like Stellar Conduct, Cryo Swirl, or the Cryo Dendra reaction. I hope this helped, and if you're still confused, especially seeing the upcoming feature banners bring very decent characters, especially Columbina being the core of lunar teams, and a lot of you will be getting her for completing your lunar teams, you can check out the 6.7 banner breakdown on the screen. Till then, with version 6.6, the final We recently got new leaks about future characters, which almost changes everything. We got leaks about the new Stellar Swirl reaction character, the Snezhnaya lineup up to version 7.4, and a lot more about what is coming. So
It's okay. We know it besides. If it's one of Alice's gadgets. Oh, hey! There's a card here! Calling option! There's also a forest board drawn on it. Could it be the one who's been running wild around here? Another one of her schemes. What do you mean? Plot to lure in children using the things they love the most and using their own imaginary friend. You think it's that serious? Then we've got to do something. There it is again. Please. Considering what happened before, you're right. What should we do? We can't just leave her up. There's no mistake this time. This is alongside the new Stellar Swirl support and a Flex Cry.
Blow it up! Blow it up!
As said, we will be getting
Yes, the rumor about the forest. Pretty sure what Clee said is just as. I'm very nice. Paimon and wait, you two know each other? Yep. Poon moved to my but hey, I told you not to tell anyone about. It's not like that. It's just a game. You should come next time, Paimon. The more people we have, the
Never mind that for now. What are you doing here, Klee? This animal didn't hurt you, did he?
No, he wouldn't hurt me. Wait, he looks exactly like the drawing on this card. Oh, yeah, that's the request from the Hexen Circle.
Do you know where the witches are, Klee? Come on, you can tell me.
I was right.
Why do you trust me? These witches are...
The little Hexen... We just talked it over and...
The little Hexen Circle?
I'm Little Witch Klee. Oh, and the little Hexen Circle was my idea. It's always a good... Oh, right. I'm Little Witch Yao Yao from Leeway. I just joined the Little Hexen Circle and... Oh, hi. Your turn, Chi-Chi. Nice and...
I am Little Witch Chi-Chi. That's all. Traveler and Paimon are in my heart. I can remember them without writing things down. New friend.
My turn? Hello, you two. Oh, and our new friend here. I'm Little Witch Sunny. Hello, friend. Or, witches.
Sure looks like they're... Wow, Prune. So, when you...
Yes! Salus's idea.
Prune is the best. She's my...
What?
What's with the surprise? Didn't she just jump so... Paimon,
Do it!
you can come into our... Plus, you get to share Mom's cool introduction.
I'll pass. I stopped playing pretend a long time ago.
Unlimited snacks are one... Wait, no! Paimon can't swear allegiance now! She'll look like such a joke if she doesn't...
Nope.
Oh, yep.
Wow, that's to be expected.
So, Paimon's a little witch. Mom says just picture it in your head. Yeah, you definitely know Paimon best. So, in your eyes? Okay, Paimon, hold out your hand. All right, Little Witch Paimon, go ahead and introduce you. Oh, that's it? Hello, everyone. Little Witch Paimon, reporting for duty.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you said the... So,
The whole popcorn thing.
ooh, great idea.
I'll get the...
And I'll get some toys for us to play with. You can come with me. You're more than welcome to explore us.
All right. Guess I can do some reading while I wait.
Find any good toys to bring, Cleve? It's not dangerous. You guys should come. Huh? No, not but a lot of the different plates? Yeah. But no matter what. Yeah. We've seen all. So you gonna.
Provides a massive attack buff for both on and off-field units. Though Bennett is still amazing, her buffs will most likely top his, especially with her constellations. Though her buffs aren't tied to specific teams, if you want to use her in her full ability, you'll have to use her with Hexrite characters. She will work best in teams with Durin or Varka. Without Hexrite, she's still a great character to use with older units who aren't meta by today's standards. You'll mainly want to use her with characters that can scale off her attack buffs and not reaction-based teams. If you have Durin or Varka, or you use a Hexrite team, she is definitely worth pulling. But if you don't have those characters or a Hexrite team that she could fit into, you don't plan on getting them, and you already have a built Bennett, then you're probably safe to wait for her rerun. Is Nicole a must-pull for your Genshin Impact account, or can you skip her this set? Nicole provides a massive attack buff for both on and off-field units. Though Bennett is still amazing, her buffs will most likely top his, especially with her constellations. Though her buffs aren't tied to specific teams, if you want to use her in her full ability, you'll have to use her with Hexrite characters. She will work best in teams with Durin or Varka. Without Hexrite, she's still a great character to use with older units who aren't meta by today's standards. You mainly want to use her with characters that can scale off her attack buffs and not reaction-based teams. If you have Durin or Varka, or you use a Hexari team, she is definitely worth pulling. But if you don't have those characters or a Hexari team that she could fit into, you don't plan on getting them, and you already have a built minute, then you're probably safe to wait for her rerun. Is Nicole a must pull for your Genshin Impact account, or can you skip her this banner? Nicole provides a massive attack buff for both on and off-field units. Though Bennett is still amazing, her buffs will most likely top his, especially with her constellations. Though her buffs aren't tied to specific teams, if you want to use her at her full ability, you'll have to use her with Hexari characters. She will work best in teams with Durin or Varka. Without Hexari, she's still a great character to use with older units who walk.
Phase 1 of Genshin 6.6 brings us Nicole and June. Nicole is a pyro support who provides shielding and attack buffs along with coordinated attacks that adapt to your active character. Meanwhile, June offers resistance, shred, and flexibility, functioning as either a buffer or an off-field sub-DPS. Together, they form a strong Hexari pairing that units like Varka and Lowen greatly appreciate. For full C0 value and C1 versus signature weapon breakdowns, check out the complete 6.6 guide. Phase 1 of Genshin 6.6 brings us Nicole and June. Nicole is a pyro support who provides shielding and attack buffs along with coordinated attacks that adapt to your active character. Meanwhile, June offers resistance, shred, and flexibility, functioning as either a buffer or an off-field sub-DPS. Together, they form a strong Hexari pairing that units like Varka and Lowen greatly appreciate. For full C0 value and C1 versus signature weapon breakdowns, check out the complete 6.6 guide. Phase 1 of Genshin 6.6 brings us Nicole and June. Nicole is a pyro support who provides shielding and attack buffs along with quad.
Nicole is pretty good. Do you remember Bennett used to carry the team in attack buff meta? Nicole does just that. She can buff attacks and shields her teammates. For one thing, she does beat as Hexari teammates. So if you have Durin and Varka, 100% pull for Nicole. With ST, Nicole buff makes them deal insane amount of damage. But if you don't have Durin or Varka, pairing her up with 3 using Menti or Mona as a DPS works just fine because they are Hexari units. Finishes Florid is not a Hexari unit. Luckily, they work pretty well with Nicole too. But what if you don't have those high stars? Well, Mixer, Fischels, and Jeffrus can work too. So if you have any of those characters, you can pull for Nicole. Nicole is pretty good. Do you remember
So many people say to skip Nicole, but this video will convince you otherwise. Now let me tell you something. A lot of people who say to skip Nicole are someone who is min-maxing their account and is already doing a cycle of in-game content, just like me. But sadly, so many casual players think that this advice is for them and decide to skip for Nicole, which I don't think you should, and here's the reason. Number 1, many people brush off Nicole's shield because most of us don't need shield. We remember enemy move and know how to dodge an iframe, but for casual player, a shield that's comparable to zombie is really big thing to have in your account. Number 2, many people skip Nicole because she is not part of the winning gimmick. Yes, I'm talking about the fact that Nicole is a Hexari character and not lunar nor a part of any future new reaction character. But many casual players do not invest in the specific gimmicks, and Nicole being part of Hexari is still offering some sort of versatility because at least Hexari gimmick has a 4-star character in it. Number 3, once again, so many people brush off about her gameplay mechanic and kit because it doesn't matter for us, we will learn it anyway. But for casual player, Nicole is such a heaven for them because it's the easiest character to play that Helio has ever released since this year. Her gameplay, just press E and then Q and your entire team got a high attack buff. And her build, there's only one build, Celestial Gift for the artifact with attack percent and ER. You don't even need any crit stat, so it's the easiest character to play. So many people say to skip Nicole, but this video will convince you otherwise. Now let me tell you something. A lot of people who say to skip Nicole are someone who is min-maxing their account and is already doing this.
Let's try Nicole out. Nicole's an off-field pyro support. TLDR, she's a souped-up Bennett. All right, first and foremost, you know how this goes. What the hell? Okay, so she's just showing off now. That doesn't work. Why does she do her idles so fast? Wait, what's she writing? Okay, the vibes I get from her is that she's a show-off. What the fuck? Dude, she is so pretty. She kind of looks like Princess Zelda, but if she went to arts. Alright, let's see what her attacks look like. Oh, she uses her brush, and then she's like, Leviosa. Alright, use the elemental skill. That gives you the shield. How strong is the shield? Is it good? I personally think her first animation is beautiful. People on Twitter really wanted it to be 4 minutes long, like a Honkai Star Rail animation. Oh, did you see she made a clone of herself? Actually, you know what? Let's do this without Nicole first. Then we'll do it with Nicole and see how much vodka goes up. How about that? With Nicole. I feel like the numbers went up. If anything, I'm mostly excited for the shield that he gets now because he's so squishy. She's just a better Bennett. And Bennett's the go! Let's try Nicole out. Nicole's an off-field pyro support. TLDR, she's a souped-up Bennett. Alright, first and foremost, you know how this goes. What the hell?
His door is still bothering me.